Hey, welcome. I am back with the UOAF in another multiple flight mission. Our job was to succeed against enemy SA17s while other flights were down low taking out other targets in the area. While not too far away, another flight was doing the same thing but with the SA15 and SA5s. Our plan was to set up a grinder pattern to take turns in our force ship as Bulldog 5. I was element lead as number 3. Before we even got to the target, you will see that number 2 received some battle damage. During this mission I made a huge mistake and I want to know if anybody else notices it. Comment below if you think you saw my mistake. Regardless of my mistake, the mission was good, but it could have turned out a lot differently because of that mistake. I've included the full debrief at the end, and check out the description below for chapters and aviation wear that will directly support the channel. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. See you.
Share my screen. Go live. You can see where I am?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we reckon this unit, and we all know that the SA17 is probably underneath the bullseye, and it is the 23rd Army Air Defense Battalion. We just select an SA17 in your system, and I think that is enough. I have 2 SA17 positions selected, and that gives me the opportunity to launch the harm on the weapon page in the POS mode as EOM, equation of motion, the most narrow search of a harm missile in that direction. Maybe 3, you can do that as well. We can then see the TOT before launch and also the minutes to fly after launch, but we can call at least a TOT.
Sounds good.
And we can compare that with the TOT given for our TOT block, which is 10:47 till 10:55. Now, what Kraus mentions is very important. He wants suppression the whole period. So meaning that we have to shoot for 8 minutes, meaning that once I launch as number 1, 2, you will launch 1 minute later. And we have to find out how we do that, and because of the standoff range of that system. 3 and 4, which is in my tactic the issue that they will fly probably 10 miles maximum behind 1 and 2 in a kind of racetrack pattern. And that is how we try to accomplish every minute a missile in the air inbound a position of the SA17. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So, say again, sorry?
It does.
Okay, so basically we fight in elements. So 1 and 2 are staying together. I want the number 2 close to the lead in a fighting wing, or at least in a spread formation. Don't go further away than 5 nautical miles. Yeah, stay as close as possible to your lead, but not that close. Okay, fighting wing is the closest position. Number 3 and 4, the second element. You are flying just 10 miles behind, and we try to do a racetrack, launching every minute a missile into the SA17. So we have 8 missiles in total, and I'm not sure what the best tactic is. If number 1 is launching 2 1 minute apart, and then number 2, maybe that is the easiest. What are you thinking, 3? Can you?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the same thing.
Yeah.
10 miles is pretty good. I think that'll be a minute or so distance. So we're just going to have, so the first wave, let's call it the wave. So 1 and 2 goes, so 1 will only shoot off a harm, and then 2 won't do anything, and then they'll come back around. You'll just kind of take turns each flight. So like 1 and 2, 1 will do it the first time, and then 3 will do it when they come in, and then 2 will do it, and 4. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we will do that. That is very well put. Thank you. So as said, fight in element, 10 nautical mile trail with the speeds we have 0.8. Yeah, it's 1 minute. Maybe close it up a little closer, 8 miles, but not closer. Call in and call out when you're flying out, and say Magnum SA17 at bullseye position. Think about the altitude blocks. Once again, flight level are Angels 2.2 till Angels 2.4. Okay, the what ifs. Defensive SA17. When, for what reason, we are coming too close, or there's a pop-up SA17, then we have to react immediately. We do not use the LQ pod, because 17 has home on gen capability. So we leave that off. We have to react immediately. We probably have to go down steep and then chafing, flaring, and fly out over the deck out to safe area. That is basically my suggested tactic. If we have, if we are out of magnums, then you just say so. Your mission is then basically try to focus a little bit more on air-to-air, try to keep the area clear, but we all know we have air supremacy. Maybe you can use still the HTS and try to locate other positions of possible SA-17s where we can make mark points of, so we can inform Falcon 5 that there is another SA-17 group somewhere else and not located on the map as we've seen before. So that is the other duty we have from the guys who are flying in with the shooters, and you can engage pop-up threats which are turning red or flashing red on the side. But hopefully it is an SA-17 and nothing else. But if a threat is violating or bringing your element in danger, then we have to defend, and then we have to shoot it. That's loud and clear. But primarily, our missiles are for the SA-17 at bullseye, which is also the target of the strike flight. Are there any questions?
So with your, you designate your targets like all straight down SA-17, just did all of them, 99 and 94?
Yeah, I just select one because they are pretty close to each other.
Okay.
And the harm will open 5 nautical mile in front and will take every
Yeah, that's true.
units which is active. So yeah, I will do it that way. Cool. I have 2 missiles under, or I have 2 SA-70 systems under 99 and 98. Maybe all of us can do the same. But once again, the flow is 1 and 2 is coming in, 1 is shooting. Try to TOT on 10:47. 2 remain of shooting. We go out. 1 minute later, number 3 is coming in. Shoot 1 missile. Going out 1 minute later. First element is coming in, and maybe 1 or number 2 will take the shot. I will call that out. Yeah, or the element lead can call that out.
Cool.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what the loadout is. Sidewinders, I don't like that. Yep. 2 harms. We have the sniper pod. We have the HTS, that is very important. And we have the tanks. Yeah, it is fine. Maybe the ALQ pod, just in case of if we encounter other threats. Any suggestions?
That seems good.
Then this configuration is solved. Okay. If there are no other questions, then we can return to the briefing room.
One quick thing. So, is anyone using weapons delivery planner?
Yeah, I am.
So when you save the knee board, does it automatically save to the theater, or do you have to drag it over? Anything weird?
Yeah, no, you have to drag it over.
Oh, okay.
No,
Good,
you have to drag
pointer.
it. Yeah, it is saved in the Balkan directory.
Uh-huh.
So you have to drag it over in. No,
Okay.
no. You have to.
Actually saved in the default install, right? Data.
Yes, you are right. You are right. You have to drag it in the Balkan theater.
All right.
So it's in the regular Korea campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, kneeboard.
I did it just last week, but I forgot. You can't drag it into the Loric Plus campaign. You have to you have to drag it in the original Balkan campaign. There it will show up.
Okay.
Because weapon delivery does not recognize Loric Plus campaign.
One.
Okay.
1880.
Do we have to change? I will make small changes. 3 is over there. Okay. We know where the flood is, so that is important. Oh yeah, the Enroute mission or formation is just fighting wing or spread, and in a 4-ship, number 3 is flying spread on number 1, and the wingies are flying fighting wing on their leads. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. The way I'm used to is that when we change frequencies, I will call. Yeah. So on our Victor 15, call ready. Ready means that you are ready to taxi. I will check in on uniform 2 with the flight. We all check in, and I will switch you over to another or to the tower frequency.
Okay.
Okay. I will check in on the new frequency, and we take it from there.
Cool. Making sure my objects is good.
Okay. I will streaming. How do I quit that? Okay. Okay, if there are no questions, then we can go back to the briefing room.
Yep.
Or we like to hang around. That is good for me as well.
Okay. Full. With a short delay.
Right. I mean, dropping a pair is going to put them both on 18, right? But dropping a single.
Yeah, I mean, if I drop on 18, I might as well ripple and get a small separation.
Cool.
Get the front and back.
Hey, Craig. Yeah, I really hope my kneeboard is good, because that would be really awkward. Yeah. I do. Freaking die. I got a pad. I write down mostly everything, but still, I don't feel like writing down all the. Yeah, that's true. I guess I have that as a backup. I'll need all the times and stuff, but I'll put up another monitor because I have it set up here. So smart. Yeah, it is easier just to turn and look. But it is neat to have it in the stream when you could like reference it in the stream. It's pretty cool. But as a backup, it is on my monitor, other monitor. Who was that in there? Greetings, Thunderling Vipers. Tube. Yeah. But it looks better if I'm able to see it.
Be right back,
regardless
guys.
of where it is. Voice chat. Formation trail, shooter. 10 miles. Alright. Ready. Cool. All right, if everybody's new, I got a few people in here doing a seed flight, 2 flights, doing seed, taking out this SA17 here. Couple of deeds. It'll be fun. Super fun.
Boone,
Yo.
when you pickle your first bomb, play Aretha Franklin's Think.
I just gotta remember to do it on the fucking marker because that's what I fucked up last week. I did it on the loft cube by accident. I was also up for like 31 hours by the time we got flying. I was a little tired.
Alrighty. As ready as I can ever be. This is, oh, not that. Not what I want. Kneeboard. Oop. Good old kneeboard. Let's see, we're 10, 30, 40. Neat. Rotation 160. Takeoff fuel. Alrighty, just waiting on to go in.
All right, we're back.
Kraus, if I go down, your package lead.
Okay.
Okay. So, if everyone is back, Drew. Okay, if there are any final questions as to the package,
I think we're good.
all good. Okay, so we'll come back at 44 of the hour. Take a 4-minute break. Those who have hardware issues, please sort them out, and we'll see you back here in 4 minutes.
Sweet.
Huzzah. Hey, BS, you still here? Wrecked.
Yeah, Chris, I think for me, it's faster to type.
Yeah, whatever works for you. I mean, it's all personal.
58 on my keypad, on my keyboard, than it is to select the HSD, select the steer port, then switch to the weapon page.
Yeah, I'm like a steer point rocker jammer. Like, that's what I do to change.
Oh, I do that too.
Yeah. It's just like, it's easier.
I agree.
The Viper is like so easy to like change steer points and change speed and stuff. It's like the fastest jet I've had experience with. I think that's part of the reason why it's like the main seed platform in the Air Force.
Because it can react quickly.
Just so, yeah, the reaction speed is just so quick, and then, I mean, you can have a harm off in like 10 seconds or less, and then the harm moves so fast that it's going to generally hit the emitting radar before the radar hits the target. The harm goes like 4 times faster than most SAMs, so it's like, it's ridiculously fast. Like it goes like 30 miles in like a minute or something.
The max range of a harm, is it something crazy like 60 miles?
I think in BMS it's like 30-ish, 35-ish, but in real life it's different. like most systems.
Like most.
All I'll say is like when they retired the Phoenix, no, they never retire a system unless they can replace it. That's all I'm gonna say.
The fucking Phoenix missile.
Yeah,
What did they replace it with?
the AIM 120.
Okay.
Hey, BS, you here?
Yeah, I'm back.
Can you please let me know when you're done attacking?
I will give a money shot call.
Cool.
And dude, as soon as the square pair is dead, we're available for retask.
Yeah, I just want to know when money shot is so I can save harms because I imagine you're just gonna kill it in like 1 minute or something, right?
Yeah, I'll bet you $5 that you kill it with a harm before we get there.
Really? I'd be pretty impressed. I mean, we're still going to continuously suppress it until you call money shot, so
I mean, if you're doing a pause shot, right, against a
probably yes. That's the way
Square
I'm gonna do it at least. Yes.
unless it's not radiating, it's probably going to die.
And even if it is, the pre-brief on a non-radiant target with a harm can kill like half the time in BMS.
Well, the INS drift is it doesn't really get. You can't use it like a bomb if that's what you're saying. You can't like reference a pre-brief position. It won't hit that position. It'll drift.
It'll hit close enough to that position that you'll kill the radar sometimes. I've seen it happen where I fired a harm on a non-emitting SA2 and it killed it in pre-brief mode. Yes, there's drift, but it's not a whole lot. It's usually enough to miss the radar, but not always.
Actually scared
I was
me.
going to take SDBs and just launch those from forever away, but not a choice.
Wait, is that actually in the loadout?
No.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not a choice.
No, we wouldn't even need you if that was the case, man. Like the modern way of doing this is like harms and STBs, and they just there is no deed or seed. There's like one mission type destructive seed, and they do both. Like they kill the radars and they suppress them. Can't do that.
SDBs are crazy.
Well, no, what's crazier is the STB 2 because
the SDB2s are super crazy.
That's insane. I knew some JTACs who were like afraid of using them because they can like optically track onto like anything pretty much. And they were afraid of using them in CAS.
Okay, so I think the break is off now. It's 45. So raise your hand if you're not here. So we're going to go through the final SOPs, and then we're going to commit and save the campaign and commit. So please mute, but do not deafen Discord during the flight. Use Shift-T to chat in game if you have technical issues. If you have an issue, close BMS and IVC. Get your issues sorted out. Use instant action to check flight controls, relaunch BMS, and reconnect. So remember to restart BMS entirely. After you land and exit BMS or you get knocked out, jump into the brief channel and chat with others. Recon target in 2D to preload your cache and speed up your loading time. Double-click your flight, double-click your seat, save your data cartridge, click Com Plan and IFF Plan, and click Save. We'll commit as Taxi, and I'll tell you whenever to commit Taxi and saving the campaign.
Yeah, make sure you save it.
Yep. What's all Victor? Is that 19?
Yes.
So good.
Our Victor is
Is this 459 pre, right?
No, yes, correct, yes.
Okay. Okay. Committing the server.
Okay. Got that there.
So
Okay,
everyone should be in takeoff taxi right now.
Server is in taxi, yeah. Commit taxi.
It's not me this time.
Good hit.
Great mission.
This squadron is a laughing stock.
Enemy man, 350.
All move to house 100.
Oh my goodness.
Sweet.
Oh, fuck, that hurts. My favorite Arma voiceover. Like some Czech guy telling you that he's been shot.
Alright, I'm ready. No, I'm not. Right, now I gotta find that thing. Turn on my track IR. Button for it. Key move. Alt C. Highlighted. Like Alt C I. Put on my hat. C. Use it. Try it. Full word. There it is. Alt C and then T. The relief.
Gamble
All right.
5-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 6595.
The parking brake on. Have harms. Did it work? Did work, sweet. So 78 Yankee. $15. Yep, Victor 15.
Bulldog 5-1, Q, engage 2993.
3. Bingo was 35. Right? Work, sweet.
Anybody on Victor 15?
Yeah. Bulldog 5-1.
Bulldog 5-2.
Bulldog 5-3.
Bulldog 5-1.
Copy, push uniform 2.
Yep, on 2.
Check.
Bulldog 5-2.
Bulldog 5-3.
Bulldog 5-1.
Yeah, we can just do that with 2, 3, 4. Okay. Count, Bulldog 5. Request taxi.
3-4.
Good morning, Bulldog 5. You are number 3 for departure. Taxi, Mike, Echo, Alpha.
Going
And
here.
hold short, runway 30.
So
Falcon
is
5, Roger.
IDM 31, 33,
Good taxi again.
41, 51.
Okay, 1 section out.
Demand. Is that way? Yeah, one's that way. It's off for now. Alright, I'm good to go.
Sarajevo ground, Falcon 5, 3-ship F-16, request taxi for departure.
Good morning, Falcon 5. You are number 4 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Bulldog 5, 4, F-16.
Free check,
Taxiing,
Yahtzee.
Mike.
We has .1 on yardstick.
Four is still no joy on yardstick 1583.
Oh, sorry, I'm a Yankee. There we go.
It's good.
Yep, X-ray. Got all the boys in gray.
That's sexy.
1 is hovering though.
Wait, one of them was hovering? I don't see that.
Yeah, before the last one. At least on my screen.
It's got the area upgrade.
Bulldog 5-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 6595.
Push uniform 4, request taxi.
Falcon 5, taxi, Echo, Alpha. And then hold short, runway 30.
Hey, 2, you like that exhaust from 1, huh?
Good morning, Jackal 4. You are number 5 for departure. Hold present position.
Cool.
Give way to Hawkeye 5-2 F-16 taxiing Echo. Cobra 5-4 ship F-16s. Request taxi. Good morning, Cobra 5. You are number 6 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Jackal 4-4 F-16 taxiing Echo.
Alrighty.
Okay, line up Echelon 4. Echelon right.
What?
We do a 5-second interval.
Reset.
What's it?
2, 3.
Falcon 5-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 6595.
Switching departure.
Bulldog 5-1, contact departure. Falcon 5, way 020 at 1 knots, runway 30. You're cleared for takeoff.
3 wheels up.
4 wheels up.
Copy.
Four.
Bulldog push uniform 6.
Jaguar 1, Dragnet 6, no
Bulldog,
targets available.
check.
Bulldog 2.
3.
AWACS, Bulldog 5-1 with you, S-Frac.
Time 6. 6.
Bulldog fencing.
On.
Bulldog copy fencing.
2's in, fuel state 11.5.
3's in, 11-1.
4 fence, 11-6.
As in 11-0 lowest. Inbound steer 4. Make it spread.
Jaguar 1-1, Dragnet 6, Fisher clear.
To 22 to 24. Okay. IFF 7.
Jekyll 4-1 airborne, 2 good ships.
With a 5 copies. Falcon 5 airborne, 3 good ships. With a 5.
$17. Okay. Got Biggins above us. Got friendly Biggins right above us. Hi, neat.
Yeah, visual.
What's visual?
Or verify your lights are off.
Force light off.
Copy. It seems like I see something, but it might just me. Cool.
I think that's the distance. Some point.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Turn this on, I guess. Start pulling back, getting that 10-mile separation. Easter 0.4 or something. SA17, jeez. Jeez. One three. Did we go back to standard? So 2993, or correction, 2992.
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna keep it at 3.
Yeah, 2993.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's climb up a little higher.
One three. We're gonna start pulling back to get that 10 miles.
Okay.
Slowly, not all at once, but we'll slow down a little bit so we could gradually get there. Unless you want us not to.
Not to. I want to spin you at 0.5, I think.
Copy. Steer 0.5. Alright, sounds good. Where is he now? 5 miles.
Cobra 5-3, reporting emergency present time, tail strike, inbound for emergency landing at Sarajevo.
Oh my god. Classic. 5 miles. Faster.
Did we just get shot at?
Tail strike.
No, I mean, are we taking AAA right? We're taking AAA right now.
Yeah, A-firm, I see AAA around you guys.
Okay, right now GOT of the missile is 10:32, meaning that we have to hold for 50 minutes.
That's tier 4, we have the 7 hold anyway.
Oh, it's on the target steer point.
Yeah. This is Cobra 5. 3 good ships, 1 bent bird, RTB. We're up.
For the 5 copies.
Off.
Okay, Bulldog, hook left. 3, you can fall and trail.
3. Three's left orbit.
Yeah, 1 as well. We have to hold for making up the time.
First day smash.
3 is 395.
Apex. Apex.
Ja.
Du könntest in einen anderen Flug reinhüpfen.
What?
Irgendeiner E-Flight, der noch offen ist.
Ah, das kann gut sein.
Can we not have a conversation right now? Please mute your comms.
What?
One, two, move left. Triple A.
Anybody else see that server lag, or just me?
First one, triple A, 2 o'clock.
2's RTV. I'm damaged.
Ruh-roh.
I have engine failure.
Anybody getting the mud for AAA, or is it just randomly?
It was not on the right 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I saw it for a second.
Remember, dead.
Oh yeah, 3's getting it. Jinking up and down.
First defending triple A.
Yep, 3's defending. F4, go ahead and head 150. We're gonna try to get on base of this orbit.
4.
We will move the holding pattern a little closer to target.
Uniform guard. I am engine out. Probably gonna have to eject.
Alright, 3 seems like it's clean. Continuing orbit.
Last caller, you came over uniform.
Jaguar, Jaguar.
Go for Jaguar.
I'm tracking the fallout here.
Negative, say again.
Are you tracking all the flights that are falling out?
That's 1.
Negative.
How far is he? 13 miles?
Cobra 5-1, are you still flying?
1, you might want to report that triple A on uniform.
Are these people falling out for tech, or are they falling out due to combat?
I heard there was a tail strike at the runway and then somebody just called engine out.
Yeah, affirm. That's top fuckery on their part. We're good to go, press.
It's hailing here in the desert. Off topic, but yeah. Alright, so
I guess the triple A is at 247 for 41.
2, are you still up?
then it stops. It hailed for like 30 seconds. That's crazy. Anyway.
2, Are you still with us?
I don't know if he's there still.
I think he lost engines due to AAA.
Okay, so it's hour number 2.
Yeah.
I guess, reckon by the voice.
Package lead, Bulldog 5, -1.
Copy that. Bulldog, is that from combat or tech issue?
AAA, 11.
Copy.
3's in orbit.
1 as well.
3, I'm at middle and I'm having a hard time keeping up. You might wanna step it down a little.
Copy, I'll bring it down to 350. One, what's your smash?
Right now, 1041.
Okay.
3, I'd suggest a right-hand orbit. There's the AAA again at Bulls 273 for body.
Copy, 1, is it okay if we do a right-hand orbit?
They're probably down there at that airfield.
Yeah, I think it's optical too, because you don't get any radar.
Hold on, 20 punching out.
Package Falcon 1 is, Falcon 5 is on carrot currently at the 4.
3 speed is currently 300. Keep it 300.
Copy.
Bulldog 5 copies. Bulldog 5 suppressing in 5 minutes.
Bulldog 5, say again.
Bulldog 5 will suppress as planned.
Copy.
I know, Craig. I heard you'd get hit by some AAA. That's poopy. Knocked out your engine. Climb up a little bit. 22,000. Yeah, 22,000. Climb up. It's at 23. Yeah, I guess he was trying to look for a AAA spike, but he got us closer to it's a smaller orbit now. But yeah, it's optical AAA. Probably put on autopilot.
SA8 is active 16332.
avoiding. Jaguar 1 in from the southwest, 2 minutes.
There he is right there. That's him.
Jackal 4, SA17, active east.
15.
Jackal, recommend you avoid that, Wes. Jackal.
See one turned a little bit.
Package Falcon 5, Bukaki, Bukaki, Bukaki.
Jesus.
Please copy Bukaki. We're still standing by for the go-ahead.
Go. Alright, one. It's going in. X-ray. 15 miles. I know, right? Jesus.
Magnum 17 bullseye.
Jaguar 1, Magnum SA5. Debrief.
1-3 is, I'm 14 miles behind you, trail, so I'll shoot a one off when I can.
Fine, 3.
Jackal 4, Bukake, SA5.
Jeez. Be the end of me. Right. Alright, 4, we're going to turn to steer point 7.
SA15 is active west of the SA5 in the city.
Jaguar 17, 12 o'clock.
17, target area.
Confirm.
Spike 15.
Hey, 1, what time do you have? Hey, 1, what's your time to,
Jackal 4-1, Spike 15.
Second missile will impact at 4840 if I shoot now.
I thought you shot one off already.
There should be already a Magnum in the air.
Copy. 3 is going to shoot one off now. It's been about a minute.
Copy. That's good.
3 Magnum off to the left.
Magnum, SA5, pre-brief. Call the Magnum out on uniform.
Bulldog 5-3 Magnum pre-brief 17.
Understood again.
Three has
Jaguar
mud 5.
4, Jaguar 1 status.
For same.
Three has simulated or calculated impact.
Was much play target area.
5.
Seventeen. Back
Bulldog
up.
5-1, Magnum, and pre-brief SA17.
And enforce mod 17, 6 o'clock again.
Yep, same.
One is Dakota.
Jackal 4, Jaguar, say status.
All right, Mud 17. 4, go ahead and turn short and go ahead and pickle off 1.
Package Falcon 5 is the line ship. Bullet 5-4, mod, corrections. Magnum SA17, pre-brief.
Four 3. I'm right behind you. Going to slow it down a little bit. Make sure there's another minute. Get shut off another harm.
One is Jaguar Magnum.
False visual. False trespassing west, I'm gonna hook right.
Three is going to go one hook to the left. One hook around. 4, what's your time till impact?
20 seconds.
Copy.
Plus returning free.
3 copies, and going to do a left orbit, then pickle off another Magnum.
Package Falcon 5, Winchester.
Copy. 160.
Cobra 5 the package, Bandit. Bullseye 19240, Angels 2, Angels 2.
Three is turning in to SA17, 30 seconds.
3, go ahead.
Falcon 5, acknowledge attack complete.
Alright, still clean on the 17, but I'm up.
Falcon
off
5,
a little bit.
off target, we don't know what damage we've done.
Cobra 5 the package, do you have anybody below the hard deck of 14?
Negative for Bulldog.
Copy.
Falcon 5 is NOA.
Package Bulldog 5-3, Magnum SA17.
Magnum SA5 brief.
Package Bulldog 353, Harm off SA17. Three's off to the left. Air to air.
Copy 3. Status of 4. Any rounds left?
It's positive, we've got one arm left.
Copy, go ahead.
Free, what's your weapon impact on the arm?
It's 20 seconds. Five seconds.
What's turning in?
Ooh. Three is AAA over to the Bullseye 24766.
Okay, 1 is turning.
Bullock 4-5, Magnum SA17, brief.
Three's defensive AAA.
Shaft, flare.
4 Magnum. SA17.
Jaguar 1 Cobra 5, just clarifying, door still closed.
Force booking right, air to air. On the return for free.
Copy 4. Bulldog, let's steer inbound 5. Avoiding the AAA.
Hey, firm. Yeah, it's right to your north one.
Package Bulldogs are empty, leaving.
Altitude.
Jaguar 1, be advised we only have 1 more minute of suppression on the 17th. Suppression will end at 10:58. Falcon 5, acknowledge.
Falcon 5 already RTV.
Understood. Force radar lock on.
Jaguar 5, Cobra 5, should we push?
1-3 got visual of you coming up on your going trail.
Force visual free.
Falcon 5 Jaguar, advise status of the target.
50% destroyed, but not completely.
Roger.
Oh, traffic glow.
Hey, Cobra 5 Jaguar, sounds like throwdown.
Copy. Stand by.
F4, watch out, there's traffic below us, climbing up. Visual on them.
What's visual on traffic?
Copy. Jag, this is Cobra. We're going to go for the money shot. How copy?
Roger that.
Pray for us.
Jaguar 1 is in from the southwest, dry for Weasel. Advise when in.
I think we got the 17 though.
Cobra 5, advise when in.
Pretty sure we got it. Haven't seen it.
I think Cobra 5 called the money shot, Jackal 1.
No, disregard. We're going to go for money shot. We're hitting the main target. We are not diverting. We do not have money shot yet.
Hey, this is, I actually have negative capture on SA17s on the target area. I think you're good.
Caution. Caution.
Oops. Cat 1.
Cobra 5 Jaguar.
Go ahead.
Target is clear.
Hey, firm, sir. We are coming in.
2 miles.
Package possible SA15 at the bullseye.
Awesome, AAA right, 2 o'clock.
A single one? What is that? It's a 1992. Bomber up here? That's cool. 3 is 064.
4 is 062.
On the same. Plan for the overhead to the brake on the variable.
3.
4.
They had hand signals. You can do like some hand signals in the cockpit. It'd be cool.
Yeah, it really would be.
One, what's your speed?
Speed at 19.
The 319.
Yeah.
Copy. Slowing down a little bit, going 400. About a mile behind you.
Copy. I will speed it up pretty fast, you know.
Copy.
Jaguar 1-3. Hammer shot.
A Dirt 3, 12 o'clock. Was that friendly, I guess?
Cobra 5, Jaguar, what's your status?
I sure hope so.
Give us 2 mic, brother. 2 mic. Yeah, you're good. The area's clear.
And there's mod 6, right, 2 o'clock.
Yep.
3, cool with me, switching left wing.
Hey, firm, that's good.
Yeah, that's
Jaguar 1-4, Fox 3, bullseye, 25447.
Okay, Bulldog, fence out.
Three fence out, 060.
4 fenced out, 058.
Same.
3's on the right.
Package Bulldog is leaving your freak. Okay, push uniform 4.
3.
4.
Bulldog check. Approach, Bulldog proceeding to initial.
Jackal 2-1, 2-ship F-16s, 30 miles, west, 20,000, inbound for overhead landing.
Good morning, Jackal 2-1. You are cleared all the way in for overhead approach. Runway 30, welcome back. Good morning, Bulldog 5-1. You are cleared all the way in for overhead approach. Runway 30, welcome back. You engage 2993.
Element switch right hand side.
Again?
Element switch at right hand side.
Yep, we're on the right.
Yeah, okay.
Bulldog 5-1, contact tower for landing. Switch 26595.
Easy guy too.
Jammer.
We are initial. Roll out, if possible, close step.
3.
That switch tower. Push uniform 3.
The heck is happening?
Check.
Gotcha on 8.
Log 5-4, checking on uniform.
Three in the break.
Find a break.
One turning base, heating start.
Three turning base.
Please silence, we will just land.
Bulldog 5, Wayne 040 at 4 knots. Runway 30, clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Get unlocked. Bulldog 5-1.
Bulldog 3-1, gear down.
Four standing base.
Still reminds me of landing at St. Bart's in the Caribbean in Flight Simulator.
Yeah, I copy that slow lane as well.
is down. Three wheels down.
One final.
A little rough landing there, but take it.
Jackal 2 ship F-16s inbound for landing.
Yeah, a little bumpy there.
Flat 1, contact ground. Switch to 25650.
Flared a little bit more on that.
Jackal 2, continue inbound for runway 30. Redwood overhead.
That what's it called? That hill didn't help. That was weird. That was different. Right, there's the. You're off runway.
Mudhand 4, position and hold, runway 30. Bulldog 53, contact ground. Switch to 25650.
A little bumpy there. Well, that was fun. Recording off. Guess I'll park here. Go that way.
Mudhand 4, weight 050 at 1 knots, runway 30. You're cleared for takeoff.
Fair.
Bulldog 54, contact ground. Switch to 25650.
That's totally unfortunate. That is those optical AAA. Gotcha. I didn't see anything on RWR. Oop. Wait, what happened? Install chalk.
Falcon 53, continue inbound for runway 30. Redwood on final.
Alright. See ya.
Mudhand 4, contact departure. One, break left.
2.
Falcon 53, weight 050 at 0 knots.
Nothing's on.
Runway 30, clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Exit mission. Yeah, it was optical. Probably optical AAA. Got you good. It wasn't a lot. It was just like one shell every like 10 seconds or something. Thing to compile. Yeah. M1939 is optical. Shilka is optical. Lower stuff though. Type 58's optical. Got a snowdrift, that's cool. Yeah, I got one. Nice. Let's see me go to a different what is happening? Where's it at? Here it is. Here. Very fun. Two hits. Got a tower. SA17 destroyed. That's cool. Drift. 17 SA17. Snowdrift. Oh, Snowdrift is yeah, SA17, so it's a search radar for SA17. So that's good. Nice. I'll take that. Prime join AAA. 100 millimeter. AAA. Interesting. Air to ground kill. Alright, neat. I exit out of here. I'm gonna go to debrief here. Look at the my Tacview. I had. We'll go over it during with everybody. Let's see. Tank Killer Warthog, you seem to have subscribed or followed. Thanks for the follow. Sorry for the lateness, I was busy. Oh, it's not Korea anymore. Open. Falcons. Open. Try this again. Alright. See what happened here. Bulldog. Fly. That right there. T-80s. KS-12s. Yeah, so that wasn't fun. Fly. Oh, what happened there? Oh, one. Magnum. Thought. Magnum. That's Krause's Magnum. Thought he shot off a Magnum. There it is. Jeez, all the way over there. I Magnum. First one hit something. Cool. Kept going. Alright, did that. Where'd I go? There it is. Going around. Off. Nothing was on probably. Because I didn't see anything on. Yeah, nothing was on. We'll learn about everybody else's too. Well, I'm gonna take a quick break real quick, but we'll be on here when everybody comes back. So I'll be here for a little bit. Testing. Yeah. So be right back.
How was the event? It was like it was a goat rope.
We all died.
They killed
I'm sad I had to miss it.
I'm sad that I had to eat a SA-15 sandwich.
Oof.
Yeah, I think that one killed our flight as well.
Did it just like ambush you guys?
Yeah, it wasn't anywhere on the brief. We picked it up on RWR.
15s are awful.
And then wound up sledding right into.
And then it's too late, basically.
Yeah, those 15s, they only shoot when they're right really close.
You're basically on top of it when it turned on.
Turned on, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Had a lot of optical AAA out there. Nothing on RWR, just started getting shot at.
Yeah, and I can't see where number 2 was hit.
Oh yeah.
I think our number 2 was hit by S60s.
S60. Not a missile, is it? S60?
My best guess is I got hit by an S60.
Oh, yeah.
We had no idea where they were at, so the hook left call is what got us, but we had no idea. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, on the HMI, we're still out of the threat ring, so I'm a bit confused here.
Oh, dude, we are way out of the threat ring. Like, we're a couple miles offset from it, so I don't understand exactly how they were able to score a hit when we were at 23,000 feet outside of their threat ring. Kind of confusing.
That must be optical, as Prime said. There was no RWR indication.
Yeah, no.
Just lucky shots.
Yeah. Gee, man, you were so close. I didn't see you. So I didn't notice that you were gone or splitting off with the engine failure.
Yeah, no, I lost engines really fast, and then I lost comms really fast. I tried to call out on guard. I don't know if you guys heard me.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah. I mean, I even got you on flight comms.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I think lead was task saturated at that point.
Right.
Why?
I don't know. I think there was something going on uniform, but I have to check the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was zero chance of getting that engine restarted. So.
But you managed to climb a long distance back home, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got past friendly lines, so theoretically should have been rescued, but I saw an airbase, but I was at 10,000 feet, and I was dropping at like 3,000 feet a minute, and there was just no hope.
Find a rocky lake and hang out.
Yep, that's what I did. I found a nice hill.
Nice. Speaking of hills, that approach was pretty neat.
Hey, what's the one down in the islands?
Yeah, the St. Bart's.
Yeah. That made me. As I was watching it, I was like, "Wow, that does look like St. Bart's."
Kraus shot at a bomber on the way out, but he didn't destroy it, so I saw it smoking, so I fucking finished it off.
Finish him.
Oh, poor Krause. All of our bombs hit.
Oh, Craig, you ejected 10 miles from Tuzla.
Yeah, I had a visual on the airbase,
Yeah.
but I was at like 7,000 or 9,000 feet. And there was, I mean, it had to be 10 miles. There's no way I was getting there. It was very depressing. I could have made it if I had immediately stores jettisoned.
Yes.
I could have got there, but I was so focused on trying to run the checklist and get the engine started that I ate up all my valuable time and got myself killed.
No, you ejected. Yeah.
Well, you were there in spirit. You got to watch the stream, so I guess that was neat.
Yeah, I supported you guys.
Yeah.
I was firing my imaginary magnums.
Yep.
Yeah, we came too short.
Yeah, I know. I felt.
How many people got in here? 7? So how'd you guys like the mission? Was it pretty cool? Do any of you play Falcon BMS, or is it
Tacview there.
PCS players, or what kind of stuff do you guys play?
Yep.
So when I came off dry the first time, I didn't realize that I'm sitting here looking back at my footage. I was damn near inverted. I was head down looking at my targeting pod. I didn't realize I rolled my. Oh shit! So once I leveled out, yeah, everything was good to go.
How many people on here? 7 on Twitch, 6 are on YouTube. Cool. Like the weather over here. It's rain for the first time.
I think Falcon flight was a minute early. Is that correct?
April. Light rain.
Could be.
I don't know.
I think it was a few minutes early.
That was just hailing like an hour ago.
Yeah, the timeout of my missile, the harm, was at 47. And on the ACMI, I just see you guys over at the target at 47.
We did 2 orbits, I think, but then we were still too fast.
The weather says windy, gusting 22, 19. Visibility is perfect. Scattered at 5,000, scattered at 10,000, 1,500. Okay, altimeter. Anything about rain. Interesting. Icing. Really? Really?
Yeah.
Be right back.
I don't see those SA15s that we had on the RWR. Are they fucking Phantom
levels like
SA15s?
Hello.
1,000 feet.
No, there was
South
some
of,
things in the
Hi, Kraus!
Jesus.
My guys are all landing. They should be on the ground in like 20 seconds.
Cast icing. That one video. I mean,
Me, Stevie, and Tal were doing an air show over the runway before we landed.
I know. I heard why you don't have permission to land. Like wave off. I heard that like 5 times. Also, I heard the weirdest thing and something I never heard before while we were landing. It said runway is fouled. Like abort landing, runway is fouled, and then they also said runway is not safe.
So there's an F-16 that's just sitting on the threshold facing the wrong way.
That'll do it.
Like I'm not saying that's me. I'm not saying that's me, but that's me.
I never heard that before from the tower, though.
I fouled the runway.
Is everybody? Oh, everybody's still in. I'm sitting in waiting for everyone to land.
Thank you, Rob.
Taking off again.
Thank you, Robin Olds.
Yes.
Go around, runway unsafe.
Segment.
You should do the slicker in one. I always forget the name of that command.
Is everybody out?
Like the full one.
Just exited.
Mountain observation.
Yeah, I think we're
Just
good.
slicker in.
You gotta do the full one though. I forget the command for that one.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's like it's in the like bot commands history. It's like one of the last ones I played, but
Is the runway good to land? He's telling me not to.
oh, it's landing full. That's what it is. Here we go.
Hit on the end of the runway, and I've made a lot of landings since then, but I've never made one like that. Just slipped around.
There we go.
Log in the radar 24 real quick. What is happening?
That's all I heard when the fucking tower was telling me to wave off.
Oh wow.
We could have a fucking Charlie Brown.
Brave soul.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's a brave
So why were you there, Boone? Did you land the wrong direction again?
Look, man, we were doing an air show, okay? I was popping flares over the runway.
Hey, too.
I forgot that she said 3-0, so I landed on 1-2.
Turn that down.
Nice.
Time this month you've landed the wrong way on the road.
So he's at 5,200 feet.
Every week, bro. Well, I don't usually land. I usually get hit by a SAM.
All right.
Interesting.
Let's do a debrief. So yeah, we're gonna try to keep it to 3. We're gonna go 3 or 4 minutes per flight. Go over the high level beats of what your plan was and what happened, and what went well, what didn't go so well that we can improve for next time. And we're gonna start with Bulldog 5.
Okay, Bulldog 5. Our tactic was to shoot the harms in pulse mode, EOM. And we just selected 2 target points of the SA17 from the 2D Intel screen. We had our fill time, 47 till 55, and as Krause came in as the lead seed flight, he said, okay, maybe we should fire 8 missiles every 1 minute, and that was a great plan. The tactic further was that we would fight in element, and that the first wave would come in, launch the missile, turn out, second wave would come in, launch the missile, and hopefully it was 1 minute separated. What happened in the execution, in our holding pattern, we lost number 2 from AAA, and that is, we have to look in the ACMI how that could happen, because from the ACMI right now it is that we're well outside the west, and we didn't have any RWR as well, so it must be optical guided or something like that. So we moved the holding pattern a little bit, and that came to mind. Since we didn't plan this mission, we had to hold about 15 minutes, so we could have taken off 50 minutes later for a direct pass
4 miles
towards
away, so
the target. Our results were 3 SA17s and 1 Snowdrift with just 6 missiles. The good thing is, I think the tactic worked, and the bad thing, of course, was the loss of number 2, and that was pretty unexpected. So that took me a while to get that registered, and broadcasted it over the radio to the package lead that we were just a 3 ship. That's it.
Okay. Jaguar 1. So our mission was to suppress the SA5 in support of Jackal 4 for 4 minutes, and then the other mission was 4 minutes of suppression on the SA17. So everything went pretty much flawlessly according to plan. We got to our hold point. We were flying around in our designated altitude block for like 8 minutes. And then we went, we pre-briefed a fighter brief that we executed. So the fighter brief was like standard trail, 4 shooters, 1 minute separation. Did that. It was also like a learning session for some of the guys on how to use the different harm modes. And I think they figured it out eventually and did well. So we did our 4 minutes of SA5 suppression. And then as we were coming off of that and we were about to set up for the SA17, we got ambushed by an SA10 to the southeast that I fired a harm at. And I think
Might have been this.
we suppressed it. We didn't kill it, but it never fired at us again, or it never turned on and started tracking again.
Yeah, one of these. K12, KS19.
And I think during that time, the SA5 woke back up and fired at 3 or 4. So 2 took a shot at it and actually killed it. Then, yeah, so we did that. Then we reset, and we had 2 harms left. We fired them on the SA17 as briefed. And we only had 2 minutes of suppression. So our suppression ended 2 minutes early. So we were supposed to suppress until 1100, and our suppression ended at 10:58. But it didn't really matter because the attack was complete. And then I asked Falcon for BDA, and I got a confusing message that only 50% of the site was destroyed. So I actually told we were considering a throwdown call, and then I got a pod capture on the target area, and there was no 17s there. So I cleared. I said the target was clear. The strikers went in, destroyed the headquarters, and then we RTB'd at medium altitude. Somewhere in the middle of that, we found a bomber that we killed, but there's no reason to really debrief that. Yeah, so that was the high level of what happened. What went well? 2, amazing job flying information. You were always on my wing. I thought you did a great job with that. You did a really good job with the harm employment, good brevity. Yeah, great all around job. 3, good job. I would say like the main thing that you did well is like you're trying to control 4 a little bit. You were aware of what he was doing. That was good. 4, you had superior harm switchology skills, and you had pretty decent brevity. So +1 to that. What could be improved? I don't have any debrief points for myself. For 2, yeah, the only debrief point I have for you is the calling of stuff. So the 2 calls for ground emitters is Mud and Singer. Dirt is another one as well, but we'll just stick to the basics for now. If you have a radar that's illuminating but not tracking, it's a Mud call. And you should use that call, and you follow it with the type and the bearing. Otherwise, don't say anything because it's useless. Singer is active tracking, probably a launch suspected. So if you get a missile launch tone, or if you get something that's continuously tracking you, it's probably a shooting at you. That's Singer. So Singer, type, and then direction. 3, I would say like just try to be a little bit more proactive controlling your position. So there's a point where like you were like right on top of us. My intention was for you to like anchor and cover us while we checked out the 17s, but you were like right on top of us. And I had to tell you like go to this steer point, like go here and then watch us, because you didn't figure that out on your own. So I'd say like try to like consider yourself almost like a second flight lead. Like you can move your element wherever you need to do to support the mission. Just be like active as a leader. And also the second debrief point is like try to work on your brevity for both for harm employment and for air to air. 4, yeah. I don't really have anything for you 4. I would say like if I want to be nitpicky, I think there was a couple brevity things that you messed up, but I can't remember exactly what they were. So it's probably stuff that I already debriefed. I'm gonna go to Falcon 5 now.
Hey Kraus, did you have any essay that Jackal was dead, or did you not know?
I had no idea that Jackal was dead. We completed our suppression, and then I kept asking for what your status was. I didn't get any response, so I just assumed that you had been splashed.
Yeah, I was trying to call you, but I was hit. I was on fire, so no go on the radio.
Okay, yeah, we didn't hear you. And we're like, okay, they're probably dead. So then we just continued on to the second part of our mission.
Copy.
Cool. Go for Falcon 5. Which was Oak Design? Question mark.
Yeah.
Are you here, Oak? Who is the number 3 in there? Was that you, Chimbok?
Yep.
I'm here. Just
Okay. Hi.
forgot to unmute. So idea was to go with a cluster only loadout as from last mission. We know that the Mavericks didn't do any harm to the SA17 tellers. So ingressed, then reached the Steer 5, our Steer 4, which was right on the west of the SA5. Did 2 circles there because we were about 5 minutes ahead of Carrot. Then went NOE, called out Bukaki, were a minute too early.
Die tanzen
then
fast
on
beim Fenster, gell?
Pardon?
Sorry.
Yeah. So then we had a visual on the tellers, and it was clear that we could ingress NOE with using the ground until the pop-up. Then on the first run, I got 2 of my CBUs off and hit or destroyed at least 2 tellers. Number 2 was taken down by a 17. He went a little bit too high. Number 3, I don't know. On the first run, did you get your bombs off, or was that a dry run?
No, all my runs were dry runs. Avionics fault or something.
Okay. Yeah. Then on the first run we lost number 2. So I went around, defeated a 17, went in for a second run, and then did exactly the same fault and didn't follow my orders, which were do a soft loft, so not going over 4,000 feet, and if they don't come off, so go defensive. So I went over 4,000 feet and then got hit by a 17 as well. So number 3, that seems you didn't get off anything as well.
Yep, my bombs didn't come off.
Yeah, so was only partial success. So we only destroyed 2 tellers. I think the others were all destroyed by the seed flight. What went well? So for the ingress formation flight was really good communication. As long as
thanks for everyone joining. You don't have to stay here to do the debrief, so we're just going to go over everything what happened. But the video will be public on Twitch and YouTube, so go ahead and watch it. I'll probably see if I can put chapters in there so you can watch it. But thanks for joining. Till next time, I'll still have it on though, going over the debrief.
Was stationary and loft from high altitude. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Jackal.
Cool. So I'll start out my debrief with my technical issue that kind of leads to some of the stupidity that follows. But the way that the room that my rig is in is set up, there's a tall window. And this time of year, the sun is shining right into that window, right under my track IR sensor. And that biffs my track IR. I need to block it off with cardboard or something so that doesn't happen. Basically, what that causes me to do is start fighting my system. I'm trying to like recenter my view and like hold my hand up in front of the sun and stuff like that. Lesson learned for me in the future, I'm just going to shut damn track IR off and go to 2D and focus on flying. So what all that leads to is me and Moody had a plan. We're going to kill the SA5. It wasn't really that big of a threat. We're going to avoid the 17 completely. We had a pretty good discussion about who was going to hit what target. We had clusters and maps. My plan was to kill the straight flush, not the straight flush, the square pair.
Square pair.
With the map first, and he was going to drop clusters. And then if the square pair was already gone, I was just going to switch to a cluster and hit the other set of launchers. Anywho, We wound up getting a little bit low. I had planned for a like 25,000 medium altitude ingress. We wound up down below 20. We caught the SA-15. Let me back it up a little bit. We were running ahead of Carrot 2, just like everybody else. I decided instead of doing an orbit west to go ahead and get on the other side of the 8 and do an orbit to the north and the south over there. Nothing wrong with that plan other than that there's an SA-15 over there. We turned to the south to avoid the SA-15 mez as definitely recommended by Kraus. And heard Kraus call his first Magnum. We went ahead and turned back to the north. And due to track error fighting, I led us both too low. So we came into the mez of the 15. And then B, because my view was going everywhere, I misgonculated where I thought the 15 was. So I actually call out on the radio that the 15 is like over the target or at the SA-5, which is false. So wind up sledding right into the SA-15, taking a missile shot to the face of about 6 miles. And then Moody follows me, which is no bueno. So that was kind of the bad thing that happened in the mission and sort of the fix for that. Kraus goes ahead, his flight goes ahead and kills the square pair with a harm. And
He was our last harm though. So like, I know you said like, hey, we're probably going to kill a thing easily, but I think we used 5 missiles on that site before we killed it. So
yeah.
Quite a bit.
So if I had correctly assessed where the 15 was, we would have gone back to the northwest around it. I think we would have killed the 5 and probably come off and had munitions available for other things, but that's not what happened. So that's all I got.
Cool. Cobra 5.
All right. We took off. 3 dragged his ass across the runway and broke his plane. So he had to stay behind. We mourned him. We orbited for like 30 minutes, had a nice chat, and then finally we got to go ahead to Bukaki all over the Serb spaces. So we came in and destroyed all of our targets, and then went home, dodging. Well, we got Singer 15s on the way out, but looking at the ACMI, I can't fucking find them.
They might have hit a building. They might have hit a building when they were in initial launch.
Launched and just hit the building. Okay.
Maybe. Or terrain. You know, who knows?
Yeah. So that happened 2 or 3 times. Me and Talb and Stevie got the Singer 15s. Called them out over Uniform 6 for the bullseye where we at. Again, no issues though. Free burned home. Did an air show over the runway, landed the wrong way, fucked up everybody else's landings, and mission complete. Communication from a package commander standpoint, it was nice just not having to worry about coordinating the ground stuff. It sounded like you had everything under control, Kraus, so I tried not to talk as much. Just kind of getting an update every once in a while as I was looking at our fuel. But fuel was good to go. Communication good to go. Only thing I would say, and you already said it, Oak, so I'm not going to fucking donkey slap it anymore. But going below the hard deck, I mean, the hard deck was there for a reason. But other than that, good to go, man.
Cool. All right. I've posted the AC. So that's the end of the briefing for those debriefing. For those that want to hang around and look at the ACMI, I've posted the ACMI on the Saturday BMS events channel. And you can download that, and I guess I'll be hosting.
We've already got 6 people in one that I posted with my ACMI that I put in voice chat.
What? You are violating procedures, sir. It's supposed to go into Saturday BMS events.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
All right, we can go in there. Can you load the PPT file as well?
Oh yeah.
All right, so download Breland's Breland's ACMI from the voice chat channel. We'll use that one, and we'll use his host.
Sorry.
Yeah. So guys, I have to run today. So see you next week.
Later, Oak.
Later.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Happy bombs clumping.
Well, everyone, I gotta go. See you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
See ya,
Thank you.
bud.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucked it
So
up.
what are we using? Breland?
Yeah, use Breland's in the voice chat, and then can you load the PPT,
Yeah,
please?
I'm doing that now.
How do you do that?
You click File. Sorry, let me reload this ACMI.
Just drag it into it.
Oh, you can do that as well. Or you can do File and then Merge, and then you select it, and then it shows you your flight plan in 3D, which is fucking great. It shows you the WESs and everything too.
It's actually pretty cool. Pretty sweet.
PPT India is not supported. Wait, what?
No, you have to load the INI, like your data cartridge INI. So the 459 pre.ini, that's what you should be loading.
Wee.
Okay. So are you able to stream or no?
Yeah, I can stream in a second.
Okay. 42673. All right, let's start running through.
I'm calling you Boone Cocky from now on.
Hell yeah.
Hope I don't get flagged on Twitch and YouTube for that. Yeah.
Who do you want to follow first? Here.
Let's just go chronological order. Start with us. What are you doing?
Do you want to take it? Do you want to? How do I?
Yeah,
get
you have to left click on me in the name list.
There you go.
I'm SPQR. Cool.
Where?
All right, so we got airborne, flying in, and our hold point was here. I know you guys were saying like we were in the air for too long holding. This is actually a realistic way to plan a mission like this. So you don't want to be super aggressive on the timeline, otherwise you have to Rolex minus, and that's like almost never done in real life. It fucks up everything. So we were orbiting for like I don't know, like 8 minutes, which gave everyone time to get in position. It looks like the other flights were doing their thing at the same time.
Oh, Kraus, real quick, point of contention for Fraggin. My flight got stuck behind, and this is probably a lore thing. We got stuck behind Hawk 5, an AI flight, who would not taxi correctly and not take off until way fucking later. Like the tower broke and wasn't giving them clearance to hit, even though there was no traffic. So just
taxi around.
Yeah, well, we did. It's just it also caused us to be a little bit late.
Gotcha.
Well, we had to orbit anyway, so good to go.
That's why that orbit time's there, is for stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so the way we did these attacks is we wanted a missile to hit the SA5 at 10:48 as briefed. So right now it's 10:50, and what I'm doing is I have the weapon page up, and the weapon page calculates the time of impact. So firing now, and then it arrives, I think, like exactly on time, maybe like 30 seconds early. And then Breland, air brake, and Ricey are doing the same thing. So we're in this like orbit here. Let's see when it actually impacts. I'm interested to see. Yeah, so it lands about 30 seconds early, which is fine. And then Breland's like 30 seconds after. He's about a minute after me. So as soon as mine lands, his is in the air. I do think that like looking at this over here, we probably should have done 30-second suppression on this target rather than 1 minute.
On the 17.
On the 17, yeah. So because there's a couple, like they should have been able, like they shouldn't have had to be NOE. Like this is not the right profile for this, in my opinion. We should be attacking from medium altitude, and you should be able to do that. And if you can't do that, then we don't have enough harms in the air. So like I think these guys were doing as planned. They're doing 1 harm a minute, but I think if we do an attack on 17s again, we should do like 1 harm every 30 seconds, which will require like 2 flights basically to suppress the site, but that's fine.
Yeah, and it kind of sucked that we lost 2 of our harms because 2 went out. So
Yeah. But anyway, these harms are coming. It's pretty cool. We have 2 sets of harms coming in at the same time on different targets.
It's almost like we briefed this ahead of time.
Almost like we briefed it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just like flying this racetrack here, and doing these harm shots. What is that? Why are there? Oh yeah, I noticed that air brake. Like, there was one point where, like, I think 4 fired out of cadence or something, or 3. One of you fired out of cadence, and I was like, "What is that?" That's fine.
Yeah, it was totally my bad because I had the wrong steer point and I had, the wrong impact timing.
That's interesting. That last missile actually hit the radar. It just didn't kill it.
It probably hit the ground right next to it. Turned off at the last second. What do you
Yeah.
fucking do? Oh no, it doesn't hit the radar. Look, it lands next to it.
I thought it hit it, but I guess it lands next to it.
Maybe
Oh,
damage it.
Oh, that's really cool. You can see the pre-planned threat steer point that we had too. That you see that red triangle. I don't know.
Yeah,
if you
so
guys can see
those are mine. I've got pre-planned threats
I
all
can't
over the
see that.
SA5s and
Yeah,
the SA17.
No, I mean the
aircraft.
Do you see the red triangle showing
Yeah.
the precision steer point though that we made?
I don't. Am I missing?
Oh,
something?
if you look at my stream, you can see all of mine.
Yeah.
They're little red diamonds that are on top of the target steer points that we made.
So everyone has to load the PPT, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's got, like, my PPT is different than yours.
It's
if you
different,
didn't put the
yeah,
same target
exactly.
threat steer points, but
So like right around here, we were like flowing out to reset for the 17, and I actually had a Singer 10 indication, so I fire a harm, and I tried to get 4 to fire a harm as well, but he was defending AAA that was right here, but it never actually fires. But it was inner ring solid with a diamond on it, so I assumed it was firing, and this misses, but then it never turns on again. So
you
mission
scared it.
success. Yeah, there's a
Oh,
flap
look,
right there.
they get up and move right when you fired.
Do they?
Yeah, look, they're moving right now.
Oh,
I'm freaking out. Oh.
The flat
like,
face
"See
is
ya."
moving. Yeah. So this is when you call slap shot for me right here, and I'm turning into fire, and
On
this is the
the
one that actually
SA5.
kills. This is the one that actually kills the SA5 because the SA5 launched here.
How did you do the shot? Was it a POS
This
shot
was
or
no, this was a pre-brief.
pre-brief? What mode was it in?
Pre-brief. PB.
Oh, PB. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, that's good. Oh, another launch too. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. So
Dude,
I
that's
saw it-
beautiful.
I
That's
saw,
beautiful.
I saw it illuminate with 30 seconds left on the
Yeah.
time. I'm like, oh, that fucker's dead.
Oh, look at that little turn it does to get
Yeah,
on the
right at the
final.
end. Yep.
Yeah, it's badass. Here, slow this down.
Imagine a Serbian yelling "seed" like Army guy used to do in War Game.
Yep.
Seed.
Yeah, nice.
Cool. And then
This is when someone called those bandits low. The TU.
yeah.
The TU's taken off.
Yep.
I like how the SA5 is still lighting up Ricey. Oh no, it's the TU's lighting up Ricey.
And then oh yeah, so now we're resetting for the SA17 attack, but we only have 2 harms left. So we set that up using the same fighter brief. So we were gonna attack from here. So I was like waffling between Steer 4 and Steer 5, but we wound up attacking from here. Or no, it was before this, I guess. When were those harm shots on the? Oh, here they are.
We had to wait 2 or 3 minutes before we started.
Oh, that's right.
Started.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because we wanted to make sure that the
Their time off was done.
It was Ricey first.
And you can see that that's probably their last harm as Ricey's is coming in as well.
Yeah. There's no Tellars up at this point. We're just we're shooting at. Oh, there's a snowdrift. Oh no, snowdrift is dead. So yeah, we're just shooting at a target that's already completely destroyed, but we don't know that. Which I think this is actually good that we're doing this. I don't see any problem with the way we're doing this. And our TOT was 10:57 for this, so the missile's like 10 seconds late, which is probably fine. And then air brake fires another one.
And that does out of arms.
Yeah, and his lands that's perfect timing right there. That's like exactly 1 minute of impact after the other one, so that's perfect. And then we're out of missiles, and then I'm like, hey, we're out of missiles, and then Chimpok's like, oh, we're already egressing, doesn't matter. And then we support. So I come in here and like I'm ready. So Boone says he's gonna go for the target, which normally I'd be like, what are you doing? Keep in mind at this point we didn't know that all the Kellars were dead. So Boone's like, hey, I'm going for the target. I want that money shot or something. And I was like, whatever.
Wild Weasel time.
Yeah, I'm like, we're going Wild Weasel. Jettison your shit. Jettison your. So we start flowing in here. I tell 3 and 4 to anchor and cover us. And right now I'm getting capture. And from my point of view, this is what I see.
Those two are the ones I saw, yeah.
I see these SA6s, which were pre-briefed, and we knew that they were there. And then I see no Tellars here. So there's not even any burning wrecks. Like all this stuff is just missing, and I only see the missile launcher, the missile carriers.
Oh, maybe that's where I saw the missile carriers.
Yeah, they're just missile carriers. So I was like, hey, target is clear. I have capture on the target. Target is clear. And then I went into TV mode on the pod, and I got capture on these SA6s, and I made sure that they were actually SA6s. Pro tip, the way you can do that is the front of the SA17 has like a concave circle that like protrudes out of the side. And we didn't see that. So we were pretty confident that the target was clear. And then I told Boone to attack. And then Boone runs in right after us and destroys all the headquarters.
And we watched the fireworks.
And we were watching for SAM launches. I had 3 and 4 anchored back here, and they were looking with the pod. And then me and Breland were like flying circles like this and trying to like get literally like tally to see if there's any launches, and then we're gonna call out SAM launches. Yeah, I think it, and we were also trying to avoid. There's a AAA Wes here, so we do some like semi-hard G turns to like avoid getting engaged by that, which was successful. We never got any fire from AAA. Meanwhile, we saw this stuff going on. These GBUs are blowing up all the headquarters buildings.
4,000 pounds of freedom.
And then we RTB'd. Who should we look at next? I'm so bad at this stuff. Like, there's better people at doing ACMI reviews.
We get Jackal out of the way. It's quick.
Let's do Jackal. Here, can you give BS control? There you go.
All right. So, good times. Okay. So that's me highlighted. So we realized that we're ahead of Carrot, and we decided to go ahead and weave around. I want to get over here on the east side. So we're weaving around them as of the 17 and the 8, kind of slaloming in between those. And the goal is to get over here and make north to south attack runs. So I get the 15 right there. I call it out active. Kraus says avoid that mez. I'm like, yes, that's a good plan. So what I want to cover here in this debrief is where I am on my flight path right now. I should be able to tell that this is right under my steer 6. So I'm pointed this. I'm pointed that direction right now. I know which way the SA6 is, or the 15 is. I turn south. Kraus launches his first Magnum. I call Bukaki and come back north. And now I get SA15 active again, and it's on this bearing. So where those two bearings intersect is right where that 15 is going to be. Unfortunately, because of the stuff I talked about earlier, I misinterpret what I'm seeing. I think that SA15 is over here. So just because of all the shit I was fighting with Trek IR and all the other stupid shit, I just didn't from my steer 6, it was due east, and from south, it was due north. So the thing is, due east of my steer. It was really right under my steer 6. And I just miscalculated that in my head. So I wind up driving right into it. We're at like 6 miles away when it shoots at us. And that's all she wrote for Jackal. But
Moody,
you
what
can
happened here? Go ahead.
You can geolocate a SAM like that. If you've got a flight to the east and a flight to the south, and you can kind of figure out it's due east from this one and due north from that one, you can figure out where that bitch is. Like pretty accurate. That's about all I got. Moody, if you want to talk, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, there's not much to discuss. We were close to the edge of the map, so the fog of war came into play, and then in the defending the SA5, I just got disoriented and lost control. And
So,
then
so you hit the ground? You were lawn dart?
Yeah, I hit the ground. By the time I figured out where we were, I was like at 2,000 feet, and there was no recovering.
Oh shit!
I mean,
Where you were, could you see anything? Like in my experience on that side of the map, like if you turn that way, it just
everything was gray.
Yeah, it's like impossible.
Everything is
to
gray,
fly.
yeah.
It's like you're in IMC.
And then by the time I got my HUD situated, yeah, I was at 2,000 feet, and it.
Damn.
Who's next?
Rough.
Bulldog.
Want to take a streak?
Yeah, I don't know how to control it, so somebody else can control
I can
it, but
I can do it if you want. Or you can do it, Breland, whatever.
don't jitter too much.
I know I'm fucking terrible at jittering. I'm like I need like someone to just hold my hand so I don't do that.
Yeah. This is us. Yeah, and I think we already lost number 2. Is that right? I think so.
Is 2 the one you lost to AAA? Do you want to go back for that?
Yeah, go back. Yes. Yeah, so we were at flight level 230, and we experienced some flashes in our cockpit, and that was AAA. I think number 3 called it out first, wasn't it, Prime?
Yeah, I saw smoke. Smoke puffs.
Yeah, and I was at this time under the impression that the second element was overhead the AAA. So we altered the holding a little bit closer towards the target. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was right here. It was one of these.
Yeah. Yeah, you see him peel off. I didn't see him because Old Craig was flying pretty close formation on me. And yeah, it was unclear where he was, and then all the shit on the radio and the emerging calls, and then we realized, okay, it's one of us. And I mentioned that over the briefing to the package lead.
Well.
And then we just launched our MRAMs. Our fill time was starting at 47, and as said before, pause mode with EOM. And I just hit it on 47, and then I realized that Falcon was also attacking 1 minute earlier, 47. So maybe there was a better chance of survival for them if they were 30 seconds later or just on
shit!
time.
Yeah, they attacked early.
Yeah.
That actually, like, we should debrief this. You guys lost a ship because you're attacking a minute early.
Maybe, yes.
Definitely. Because they were supposed to be there. I forget what the TOT was that we briefed, but it was like, what, 10:49? 47?
No, Falcon, the earliest takeoff or TOT was 48.
Yeah.
Did they get out with a 17 or a 15 here? So the harm is in the air. So Streak did adjust, right? This is suppressed while they're in the area.
Yeah.
And then the 17 gets up while they're suppressed. The teller gets killed, and the missile comes and still gets him? Oh no, it's a different.
I don't think it's going. It might have been launched on the one that just got destroyed. But there's this one right here.
So what happened here, Kraus, is I think your 30-second suppression rather than your minute suppression, because this harm is coming in, right, and it's perfectly timed. maybe a little early, but like you can't ask for seconds. And it
Yeah,
kills.
launch.
Oh,
it
that's
kills a
such
bunch of
Yeah.
pillars.
Hold on.
And then
hold on,
this is the guy. This is the guy
hold on,
here
rewind this.
that
Rewind
launches.
this.
Yeah,
Oh, he fires, right?
Yeah.
Is he the one who fires?
yeah,
Okay.
he's the one that fires.
Yeah,
was
but
gonna-
the cluster in real life probably should have hit both of them.
I don't know.
That was a harm.
No, there
Yeah,
was a
the first one.
Cluster.
there was a CBU that went in on them, right?
Where'd it go?
The CBUs in BMS
Oh shit!
are
I mean,
undermodeled for sure. Yeah.
because most of
Yeah,
those
but
vehicles
it's
would be
above
damaged.
First attitude.
Yeah, we set a lower one because we were
Yeah,
not
then
going
it's
too high.
It's even better.
Is it that the CBUs are undermodeled or that the SAMs are overmodeled? Like, if I'm a SAM
way.
operator and I'm sitting in, like, everything's blowing up around me, I'm probably not going to be focused
That
on,
was
you know,
you hit the
acquiring.
Other cluster.
Oak. You hit the right group. It was the left group that fired, and this harm comes in right here.
That harm
And
killed two.
that
What is
kills. Yeah,
The
one
harm
that-
killed. The harm
this
killed
guy.
2 Talars, right, and a truck. Or
We'll
what
see in a
does harm
second.
do?
So that
Oh my
first one
God.
fired, and the harm gets it like right after. So it only killed
Jeez.
one teller and all the missile trucks there.
GBU 10 harm right there.
And then this SA17 is the
And
one
did
that
you
gets it.
guys have your jammer on? Did they hodge fire you?
We had two jammer.
Yeah, so.
But you,
so
you
even
had
if-
you had your jammer on. You said.
This one's dead. Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yep.
So Falcon, like, who's 5-2? Who's the pilot? Did
Hydra.
you? Did you?
Hydra.
Oh yeah. So if you had a jammer on, they will. That's like a death sentence against the 17.
No,
yeah,
we
even if
did-
the
we-
launcher
we-
dies.
We didn't have the jammer at all.
Okay.
Trust me, I
So,
learned that the hard way.
Streak, anything else for your flight?
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead, Brian.
go ahead. I have like 4 points. I mean, one was the SA on the kill on your number 2. He announced it on the radio, and it took a pretty long time until you realized it, that he was gone. And there's another thing, the Magnum call for your first shot. I didn't get that at all. I didn't know we started, so I didn't have a clue to start my hack time to be prepared when I have to fire my arm.
I thought I called it on Uniform 6, SA17 bullseye.
Okay, then I must have missed it. That was like the overall point of that point, that I had like the feeling that you were a little silent on comms. I mean, at least on uniform.
If I have to say something, then I'm silent. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's fine. I maybe I've missed that call, the Magnum call. Anyway, there's another thing with the AAA on the flight path. I think I checked out our flight path, and I got that AAA as a PPT. I mean, maybe we should have, synchronized our PPTs, and then we would have avoided hooking left on that waiting area when we orbited. And yeah, and the fourth point was we had enough fuel. We could have stayed a little longer in the AO and be supportive, checking things with the TGP and stuff like that. But overall, was nice flying with you.
Yeah.
Hindsight.
It is a valid point. We should, if we have a threat on our route, then we have to detour our route, and I didn't do that. So that part is valid. Thanks. Yeah.
So back to the point of suppression. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds to kill, and we're suppressing every 60 seconds. So that's not actually suppressed with the attackers being this close to the target. So they would both be safer if you, like you said, medium altitude, strikes from farther away, or if we needed, more rapid suppression.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, the 1 minute earlier of the D flight was better than what was planned.
It looks like you guys had pretty effective harm shots on the 17, though.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. I think on one of them I had to get 4 to cut early because the 17 was dirt, and yeah, I had to cut across. I was 3 was going away, and then I had to get 4 to cut closer and shoot off a Magnum.
So you guys just go home when you're in Arizona, it looks like?
Yeah. We were air to air for a little bit and then kind of went home.
Yeah. We could have waited and came back with a big formation flying in honor of the last flight in the theater. But yeah.
Anything else to?
No, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else want to debrief on the Acme? Anything else anyone wants to look at?
Yeah, I'll do mine real quick.
All yours.
Can you slow it down? It's on 20x right now.
Jeez.
I gave it to Boone.
Okay. Comically fast.
I think you can hit up and down arrows to quickly change the speed.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
So high speed, so low drag.
We were high speed operators here, Chris.
Dude, high speed, Tacview.
I got it.
Alright, so we're getting ready to take off. And I'm gonna have Robin Olds help me. So after we take off, Apex fucks up and breaks his plane.
This squadron is a laughing stock.
Jesus.
So then we're flying. We orbit for a long time.
And we waited. And
Yep.
nothing happened.
Thank you. Thank you, Abe.
I try.
We wait and
Ooh.
we wait and nothing. Me locking a bunch of people up and shit because I'm bored.
I figured out who was buddy spiking you, Chris.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm all about that. So then we get to go ahead to go in.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Wow.
I'm like, all right, time to bomb shit. So, who am I on? Taub? Oh, yeah. So Taub goes in first and bombs with a very nice bomb. Boo!
Thank you.
And then he boops.
That
And we
bomb
bukkake. Oh my god, look, Boone's weapons didn't come off again. Wonder
Why are
that
you?
is.
Why are you guys? Did you brief like the egress direction? Why are you guys coming off left?
No. Booney came off left because Booney's bombs didn't drop. So I was mad.
I like the one flare that you just dropped too.
Yeah. I was just like, no, I'm still here.
After you've egressed, on your way in, you drop a flare.
So, bam! Then I fucking hit it, and we leave. And that was nice.
My God.
But all of a sudden, like, we're fucking leaving, right? And there's like SA17. Oh, wait, I gotta actually go back. So, Kraus, what's rule 2, Kraus?
Rule 2?
What's rule 2?
Fake
Double
it till you
tap.
make it.
Oh, double tap, of course.
So
Yeah.
you shoot the fucking bomber, right? And I'm watching it on my TGP. I'm like, Krause's gonna kill that big fucker, right? But you didn't.
No, I know. I had tally on it. I was literally saying I was engaging it.
We could see
I
it
know.
visually. Oh, so that's the
You
missile we
imaged it.
defend. That's the missile we
Watch
defend.
this turn I do. Watch this turn I do. Watch there. Go on me. Watch this turn that I do. I see.
Okay, hold on.
I see this fucking M on my RWR, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It was at the exact same time you launched the
You want me to go
sidewalk.
cockpit or?
No, it's fine. Just you'll see an aggressive high G turn in a second. Keep in mind, I have tally on this bomber, and
I know.
I already called on strike that I'm engaging it.
Yeah, look, he's trying to flare.
Yeah.
But nope, I'm like aim 20, bitch. Boo!
Like get the wow. My life flash.
That was hilarious. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I knew you were a kid. I just wanted to fucking kill it. All right, let's see. Last thing is
The air show.
Oh yeah, our air show.
Boone,
So we're
check
coming
out my
in.
landing
I'm
afterwards.
screaming in at Mach 1.5. Typical landing speed for me. And I'm like, okay, there's the airfield. We're fucking I'm doing
Aileron
some
rolls.
Yeah, tons of aileron rolls.
At what Mach 1.5, you know?
You've broken every window in the base now.
Yeah, we're fucking flaring. Stevie's
flare
fucking
Every kind of measure you've got.
And he landed on the opposite runway. Guys,
I
he
did.
landed on 1-2.
Dude, look at
I
that.
did.
It's an expert landing. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh no, I'm not landing yet. I'm still fucking. We're still.
Jeez.
Now,
Oh, maybe I am
I'm
landing.
buzzing the tower. He landed on 1-2. Now check out my landing. I see the sequence for 3-0, and
I just want to point out, look at us doing. We're like vectored in by ATC. we're like doing a proper landing over here.
So
look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Woo! Landed it.
So part of this was also fuck Hawk 5-1 because they made me late to my mission, so they had to they get diverted, assholes. Fuck that. That's it.
You're like diverted because your aircraft when you're sitting on the end of the runway.
Yeah, fuck Hawk 5.
Eject!
So that's all from the illustrious Cobra 5. Look at these guys
you
all
for the
fucking.
campaign,
Look at these nerds. Look at these
Landing
nerds
properly.
coming in properly and shit. God. Way to listen to the man, Kraus.
I know. Peer pressure.
Oh yeah, you land right over me. I think.
Yeah.
So-
Did you see him there, Kraus?
No,
saw
I
him
didn't
there when
see
was
him.
landing.
I didn't
You
see
didn't
him.
see him?
Oh, that's
Oh
that
my
must-
god!
Oh shit! That must be why the ATC said, "Dude, the
That's
ATC."
what I was saying.
The
I
ATC
said
said
there's a-
something. No, I
there's
heard
a-
you.
there's a-
I
that's why-
heard you say that, but I
Look.
didn't have visual.
I-
Oh,
No, I saw him though. I knew I wasn't gonna land on him. I
So,
was.
dude,
I landed
the
past him on purpose.
I have never heard the
Right,
Falcon
so you see
ATC. I've never heard the Falcon
No, you
ATC
disappeared by the time I
say
landed.
that because it's like the runway is fouled. It is not safe. I think is what the ATC
Oh,
said.
Ricey, you're like the
Oh
guy's
my
taking
God.
off. So like you just land on top of the guy's taking off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
We were
saw those
cleared.
guys taking off.
We were cleared to land though. I don't understand. Whatever.
Good fun. All right, I'm out. Love you guys. I'll see you next week for the nukes campaign.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Guys, thank you for the
Yep,
campaign.
yep,
Thank
same,
you for
same.
playing the entire time.
Send
See you
it.
guys.
See ya.
Next week. Bye.
Well, that's it for the stream. Thanks for staying. Thanks for watching. I lived. People didn't live, but it was neat. Till next time, see you later.